Head into your bathroom right now and count just how many bottles or packages or containers that you have in there of your favorite products that say they're made from recycled or recyclable materials. Chances are many of those bottles, packages, whatever, do. But recycling is not what it used to be, and many times there are actually better ways to help the environment other than to recycle, which we're going to talk about today. First things first, no, all in all, recycling is not really a bad thing, but only when the materials are actually being recycled. You see, there's a big difference between material that can be recycled and material that is. So let's dive in and explore why recycling really isn't the best option anymore for reducing your environmental impact. First, let's talk about recyclable materials. They're simply materials that can be reprocessed to create reusable or raw materials that can be used or manufactured into goods, packages, whatever. Now, the term made of recycled materials, recyclable materials, things like that, are things that businesses love to put on their packaging because it makes them look good, it makes them look green. But just because something says recyclable or recycled doesn't mean that material is ever really recycled. And that is because different materials are recycled at different rates. For example, plastic can only be recycled so many times before the quality of it degrades and it inevitably ends up in a landfill anyways. Usually that's between 2 and 3 recycles that plastic will degrade to the point where it's unusable. And there's also the fact that only 9% of plastic is actually recycled in the first place. And most of that comes from plastic packaging. Take aluminum as kind of a counter example here. Aluminum can be smelted down and recycled to become a raw material and reusable aluminum once again. However, the difference between aluminum and plastic is that aluminum can be infinitely recycled. It doesn't degrade its quality through the processing of it. And because there's more money in recycling aluminum, more aluminum is recycled. 75% of aluminum is recycled, as opposed to the 9% of plastic that's recycled. So when considering this and your environmental impact on the world, it's best from the get-go to look for packaging that is infinitely recyclable, things like aluminum and glass. This guarantees a much higher probability of recyclability as well as an infinite recyclability. But now let's talk about the better alternative to recycling altogether, which is refilling. Refilling in many ways is just like recycling, just without having to go through the lengthy and resource-hungry practices of transforming the used goods into new material. And oftentimes recycling materials actually do require resources and machines and whatnot that use electricity, oil, and a lot of other resources that we could conserve if we didn't recycle those things in the first place. So instead of recycling or throwing away that plastic bottle, just refill it a few times at least. Instead of purchasing plastic containers, try to look for aluminum or glass ones instead. Anything you can do to move away from plastic and more towards a material that is both infinitely recycled and recycled at a higher rate is going to be better for the environment overall. This has been kind of the narrative that we have wanted to spread here at Volt, because we are a bunch of avid outdoorsmen. We love going hiking, we love going surfing, we love going bicycling, we do a lot of stuff outdoors. And we see the impact of the trash and the litter and the debris in our oceans and in our landscapes, and we all hate it, which is why we are moving towards refillable aluminum bottles like you can see in a lot of the new Volt products. The Volt body wash, the Volt shampoo. Let me give you just an example before I head out here in this video. Take Volt's beard wash for example. Volt's beard wash comes in a refillable aluminum bottle. The large size is 150 milliliters. We offer the product in an eco refill pack, which is a 900 milliliter aluminum foil pouch. Now that 900 milliliter refillable aluminum pouch, which you get at a discount because it lowers the cost per ounce of the product, means that you can refill your large beard wash bottle 6 times. So what's ultimately better for the environment? 6, actually it would be 7 including the bottle that you purchased. 7 plastic bottles of beard wash that would only be recycled 9% of the time and only for a few cycles before it inevitably has to end up in a landfill. Or the alternative is keeping your aluminum bottle of beard wash and using that aluminum foil pouch to refill it. Now that aluminum foil pouch is aluminum. It's recycled 75% of the time and can be recycled infinitely. This is all just to say that when you guys are looking for products out there, whether they're men's grooming products like we specialize here at Volt or not, when you do look for products, we just recommend you look for something packaged in aluminum or glass and that you try and refill it to the best of your ability. Reusing recyclable material is ultimately better than recycling reusable material. If you guys are curious about the products I mentioned today, I know I just used them as an example, but if you are curious into something like that and want some premium men's grooming products, I'll have those linked in the description. You can learn more about those below. Ultimately, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you clicked on this video, chances are you care about the environment just as much as we do, and we like being able to give you guys these videos and these tips on how to better kind of minimize the environmental impact that we all have. Because we're not going to be able to do it ourselves. It will take a community, it will take a lot of people kind of hopping on board this train. So if you guys do kind of resonate with the message today and do agree with us when we're talking about the better way to recycle is to reuse, then please share this video out there to whoever you may feel needs to hear this message. And again, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.